This is another in our series of videos on energy efficiency and sustainable products for the entertainment lighting industry. And the reason I wanted to get Bill in the shot was because what I'm playing with is Georgia Stage's new replacement weight tape for theater curtains. We're all familiar with the specifications and the old product of having lead tape sewn into the bottom of your drapes. Well, there's so many reasons that that's bad, and not just because if you chew on the bottoms of your curtains, you can have mental issues. Although if you were already chewing on the bottom of your drapes, you may have already had issues. But this new weight tape from Georgia Stage is made with 100% domestic steel, so it's 100% recyclable. The lead tape that was in the bottom of curtains had to come over from China, so you used up all that energy shipping the lead over, and then when it was done, you were stuck with it forever. You couldn't do anything else with it. Now, you use this stuff in the bottoms of your curtains, or to flog your manufacturers, and then once your curtains wear out, you can cut the bottom of the drape, reuse it, or once it gets scrapped, you can recycle the steel. Now that has nothing to do with why Larry Zoll from Cooper Controls is here. Larry's going to talk to us a little bit about occupancy sensors and why they're more than just that interesting light switch in hotel bathrooms. Hey Larry, welcome back.
Thanks.
So what do you got for us on occupancy sensors? What are they and why do we care?
So again, occupancy sensors, like we talked about in the last video, should I be saying that?
I think it'll be fun, like we've talked about in other videos.
I hope you're editing this.
Nope.
Like we've talked about in previous video sessions, any building over 5,000 square feet needs some sort of lighting control, be it time clock functionality or occupancy sensing or a variety of other control strategies.
For those of us who sell lighting controls for a living, we like this rule not just because of its positive impact on the environment, but because of its positive impact on our environment.
Absolutely, absolutely, in many different ways. So occupancy sensors are out there, and a lot of people, including myself until recently, from the theatrical industry, really had no idea when you would use these, how you would use these, what they were. And the big thing I've come away with in the past few months is that there are different types of occupancy sensors, and knowing which ones to use in the appropriate situations make a world of difference.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, seriously, I just thought they were the things on the wall in the office bathrooms.
That is a big part of them, but do you know what kind you're supposed to use in bathrooms?
Oh, good God. I have no idea. That's why I have people like you.
So there are three types of occupancy sensors.
Okay.
There's the passive infrared, which is the one we're all familiar with.
Oh, that's the one where if you're having your Sports Illustrated time and the lights go out, you wave your arm and then the lights come back on?
Exactly.
Okay.
And if whoever specified your system knew to use the right type of sensor, you'd never have to do that dance while reading.
Excellent.
So passive infrared sensors are meant for major motion areas where you have a lot of people walking around all the time.
Okay.
Okay.
Like maybe a trade show floor.
Perhaps a trade show, perhaps a warehouse.
Okay.
Okay. But it's not someplace where you have people sitting, typing away, performing other low motion tasks like reading Sports Illustrated.
Right.
That sensor is the sensor best suited for that situation is an ultrasonic sensor. Ultrasonic sensors use the disruption in the air around the sensor to trigger the sensor.
So they put a bat in the occupancy sensor, and it just goes.
For all intents and purposes, let's say it's a bat. Yes. Ultrasonic sensors are great for bathrooms, especially for partition walls, because you don't have to have line of sight. As long as you have something moving the air around in the room, it's going to trigger the sensor.
So offices, cube farms, things like that are great for that type of ultrasonic occupancy sensor.
Exactly.
So what's our third kind?
The third type of sensor is the dual type sensor. It's the sensor that uses both ultrasonic and passive.
What's really cool about it?
Well, that's too easy.
That sensor is good for areas like cubicles, where you have a lot of people walking in the morning to trigger the sensor, and then are
but
sitting
then they
still.
sit there.
Right.
Okay.
Now the trick is not putting putting dual text in every application.
Because they're probably at least 1.5 times as expensive as either of the other occupancy sensors.
Exactly. If you lay out your sensors correctly, you can save yourself a lot of money because you know where you need the correct sensors, as opposed to just slapping dual text sensors everywhere. In the end, it ends up costing more.
So people are putting these into office buildings, obviously, so that when everybody leaves for the day and some yahoo forgot to turn off the lights on the 27th floor, nobody has to go back up and shut that down. So there's huge energy savings there. Are there other applications for occupancy sensors other than major office environments?
Oh yeah, I mean, like you said, bathrooms are a huge one. Some of the wall switch sensors are Neo switch sensor, for example, is a wall switch sensor, and that can be set to something like a vacancy sensor. So you can put that in a small office, in a bathroom, and basically the way that works is when you come in, if you want the lights on, turn the lights on, but the light automatically turns on.
Oh, nice. That's the kind of thing we would probably put in our conference room because we want to come in, but then when 7 people leave, it's always hard to remember, okay, who's supposed to turn the lights off? Wait, I forgot something. And the lights stay on all day.
Exactly.
Okay.
Other really good applications, warehouses. You can save up to 70% of your warehouse energy just by using occupancy sensors. Because if you set up occupancy sensors, say you have a 10,000 square foot warehouse.
We do, actually.
Okay. I'm going to assume that your warehouse has aisles.
Oddly enough, yes, our warehouse has aisles.
So what you can do is you can. Now also going to assume you don't have 30 guys running around your warehouse in every part of it. You need the lights on everywhere.
Typically not, that's correct.
So the way to tackle that is to put an occupancy sensor, or depending on how long your aisles are, multiple occupancy sensors in each aisle. And then with the passive infrared, you can mask connect. So they only trigger when somebody's in that aisle.
Oh, okay.
So you can keep the lights off in your warehouse all the time, and whenever somebody walks down an aisle, just the lights in that aisle.
That's very slick. Cool. Well, thanks for stopping by. And you can find out more about the Neo's Tech sensor, Neo Switch sensor. You can find out more about the Neo Switch sensor at coopercontrol.com. And as always, you can find out more about all of this equipment at Barbizon.com.